gosh. All right. Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Thought I would film a back-to-back video as I'm up here working out and trying to finish up my barn chores. And I want to talk to you about this today. A lot of you have mentioned this to me over the past couple days. By the way, as I always say, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button because I love you. It's a great community. Beautiful people in the comment section. All the mamas and papas here ready to take care of you. But it's a beautiful day, and I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful day as well. But I want to talk about this real quick because, again, we are just being bombarded. You know, I've said this before. Back in 2021 into 2022, it was like we were dealing with something on a weekly, monthly basis. Now it's almost like an hourly thing. I'll be honest with you. I can't keep up with everything that's going on anymore. I don't think you can. Who can? I mean, unless you are literally sitting on your butt 24/7, scrolling through multiple social media sites, particularly X, or I still call it Twitter. It is just overwhelming to see all the things. Some days are a little bit heavier than others, but it's insane. I try to keep my thoughts and my focus very, very, very tight because it's so easy just to be, thrown out into all of these things. And so I try to stay with what I call the meat and potatoes, and to remind myself just to keep doing my best and to prepare as best I can and keep talking with you guys and learning from you guys and sharing with you guys. So we had the reports come out this morning about the retail situation. Are you out spending money? I mean, are you out going to Macy's? I'm not. I mean, do I look like I shop at Macy's? No. Nothing wrong with that. If you can afford it, good on you. But that's not certainly the atmosphere around here. But guys, the truth of the matter is Americans are hurting. And I hate to put things in a classification, but just for simple terms, I really think that the middle class, the lower middle class and down, wherever we are in all of that, people are just really, really struggling and suffering, and have been for quite a while. It really irritates me to see people be kind of callous about the news that came out yesterday about the Dollar Tree. It's actually Family Dollar. The Family Dollar is the one that's really getting hit. You may not have a Family Dollar in where you live. I don't know if you do. You may be familiar with the Dollar Tree. Clearly the Dollar Tree, from what I understand, bought Family Dollar, I think in 2015. We now know that they're going to be closing collectively 1,000 stores. There's going to be like 600 Family Dollars closed pretty soon within this year. And then the rest of a massive chunk left over is going to be within the next 2 years. And then there's going to be like 30 Dollar Trees. So the Dollar Tree itself is not getting hit. If you have a Dollar Tree, you're not gonna, you may not see any of this actually come to fruition. But if you live near a Family Dollar, that's a lot of stores. Now around here, if you go to Knoxville, particularly West Knoxville, around in that area, to my knowledge, there's actually only one Dollar General. That's not even in this equation, right? There is a couple of Dollar Trees, but Family Dollars in my particular neck of the woods, regional area, the Family Dollar is actually more of a rural setting type store. Okay. If you are on a highway, okay, if you're going, say, to Dayton, or if you are headed up to Claiborne County, or, you're not necessarily, if there's a Family Dollar in Knoxville, I didn't Google it, I don't know where it's at. It's probably not that old if it is. But all I'm saying is it tends to be more of a rural type store. So let's talk about that for a second. And like I said, if you live up north or out west, I don't know if you have these. I don't know where they're all located, okay? I don't. But I can tell you when they're here, they are more so in a rural setting. Now, if you're going to be closing almost 1,000 stores, 967 or something like that, or 970 stores from this year into the next 2, think about how many jobs that is. And you're already talking about, especially if these are in a rural community. If you go to certain rural communities near and around me within, say, 2 hours or less, a Family Dollar or a Dollar Tree, not even a Dollar Tree, it would be a Family Dollar or a Dollar General. Those would be your options. Maybe like an Ingles, maybe a Food City. A lot of these rural places here, particularly in my area, they don't have a lot of shopping options. And in order for them to get somewhere that would have more options for them, they would have to drive quite a bit. They would have to drive to Knoxville or down to Chattanooga or whatnot. So not only is this eliminating jobs, but it is eliminating places where people can shop. Now, you may not like these places. And somebody's going to say, well, good, all they do is sell stuff from China. Well, so does your Walmart. So does just about every listen to what somebody said that. So I'm actually literally quoting somebody in the comment section today. I thought, I get you. I understand. I don't disagree. But at the same time, everybody likes to blame. You don't shop there. All they do is sell this, or don't go buy this store at this store because they're woke, or don't go buy at this place because they're ESG, or don't go do the DEI. Don't do it. And in theory, I'm not disagreeing with you, but it goes back to this is everywhere. And you can even say, well, I shop at so-and-so store and they're not woke. Well, what are the products that are on their shelf? Unless it's a extremely small business with a lot of more American-made, handmade goods, guys, it's the majority of everywhere that we shop. And the wound that's bleeding profusely, it's starting to really show, of job losses, needs to really be looked at by everyone here. This is my main concern right now, is the onslaught of job losses that we are watching. Because like somebody else said in the comment section earlier today, they were like, I live in so-and-so and we have 2 plants here. I think one was a meat packing plant and something. And it's like, if one or both of those places were to have to close or something happens, most of the town is going to lose employment. Dad works there, or mom works there, or both work there. I'm not trying to get personal, but I can tell you this, for example, I think I can say this. My husband's sister and her husband both live in a small town here in East Tennessee, and they have worked at the same plant, if you will, for like 30 years. They're not ready to retire yet. They are raising a grandchild. Wonderful people, love them to death. But I'm just bringing home what would happen to them if one or both lost their jobs because the place that they work and have worked for like 30 years closed down. This is the story of so many people right now, and has been the story of small town rural America. And like I said, it doesn't have to be just in Appalachia. This is everywhere. This is the story. So this is a conversation. So when you see this, don't just translate it to, oh, the economy is bad. Yeah, okay, we know that. It's kind of like, you know what I think it's going to start doing? I think it's going to say, hold my beer. Depression of 29, hold my beer. I mean, that's not beer. But I'm just saying, I really think that that's what we could very likely see. And I'm especially concerned about it come election time or thereafter. If you've watched other videos, you know what I'm talking about. I think the rug be pulled out from underneath us? But the bottom line is it's on its way anyway. Nothing that this country in terms of economics is doing, the government is doing, is sound, makes sense or is sustainable. So it goes back to what we've said before. Please be preparing your home and your family as much as possible. I know that sounds like, sometimes I feel like I'm just repeating myself, and I am repeating myself, but this is something worth repeating. So yes, I'm very well aware of the closings of these stores. I don't particularly shop at the Family Dollar. I don't really have one close to me. Now, if we head out and go certain places, yeah, they're everywhere. Not everywhere. You're going to find the Dollar General being more prevalent here than the Dollar Tree, or in the rural setting than the Family Dollar. But think about that. I mean, I don't know how many employees the average store probably has. I'm going to guess 5 to 10 or so. Multiply that times 1,000. That's a major loss in a major certain type of demographic. That's devastating. So again, this competition for jobs is going to continue because they've got to figure out something. They've got to figure out something. And we're watching all of these other places Americans losing their jobs in other places too. I have a concern about that. I'm going to say this and I'm going to close out the video. This is so infuriating if this ever came to fruition. So I'm just going to pose it as a question and just leave it at that. But a lot of these companies, do they really have to be so they're laying people off. I'm not talking about the stores that are supposedly closing. I'm talking about just the layoffs in itself. Well, wouldn't it be funny if suddenly they started hiring again in a year or two? For less? Because they know what's coming? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And so therefore, okay, you're demanding 15, 16, 20, 25, 30, $50 an hour now. Well, we can't do that. So we're just going to lay everybody off, or lay, 75, whatever, pick a number, lay X amount of people off. Well, if an economic crisis were to spin into this country and people become desperate for jobs, instead of them making $20 an hour, they might get rehired back for 10, 12. Or what if they hired a different type of individual that would definitely work for 10, 11, 12, $8 an hour? Have you thought about that? I'm not saying this is happening. This is total hypothetical question mark. But I think we all need to be thinking about all of these things, because we can't spin the crystal ball around and know exactly what's going to happen in the future. But I think it's important to talk about the potentials. People during the Great Depression didn't argue. They just took what they could get. And what if a greater depression happened? Why would people not behave the same way? Because they need to feed their children. Something to think about. Question mark, question mark. Just want to put that out there. Please be praying for all of these folks that are losing their jobs. This could be any of us at any point, guys. Okay. Me, you, my husband, anybody in my family, your family, children, grandbabies. I see your comments in the comments section, and I appreciate you putting them there, because see, I'm just sitting here talking it out, but you putting out your real life experiences right now, and there are so many, and it's growing by the day, of people that are homeless, people that are preparing to lose their jobs, people that have lost their jobs, people that are struggling to make it by day because of the situation that we're in. Thank you for telling your story. And we're praying for you. And we all need to come together to help each other. Guys, I appreciate you being here. I know this is a very tough subject. But again, at the end of the day, remember all of these places, whether you like them or not, whether you shop at them or not, whether you've ever seen one or not, these are jobs for people in real places, fellow American citizens. We've got to look out for everyone. Like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate you being here. I hope you are well. Keep preparing, guys. Just keep doing it. It may not be you in a scenario like this, but it could be somebody very close to you. And that's going to affect all of us. I love you. Give me a hug. I'll see you guys in the next video.